When we are developing a positive mental attitude, a positive mindset, an attitude of gratitude and things like that, we often get told to stay positive and don't let any of the negative in. But is that a good thing? I'm Jez Sadler, I'm a law of attraction teacher, and in this video I'm going to be sharing how to be negative yet remain positive. So let's get right in. Hi guys, how you doing? Now, I've been around personal growth, self-development, law of attraction for around 30 years now. And in all that time, all those teachers and mentors that I had, all those who propagate positive thinking and the better way of living, all that personal growth stuff and everything like that, I can count maybe on one hand once or twice where any one of them has ever said that being negative was actually a good thing. Most times, the vast majority of times, and I'm sure you've found that as well, if you read it in the books, listen to the audios, you watch the videos, go to the workshops and everything like that, most will say we don't want to be negative in any way, shape or form. You've always got to be positive 100%. But is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? So I remember, it's got to be a good 15, maybe 20 years ago, behaviour scientists and so on, people like that were saying it's good to let off steam. So how is it really? Is it a good thing to be negative once in a while? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. And to start off with that, Michael Lozay does say it's okay to be negative, briefly. But what does that mean? What does briefly mean? Well, first of all, let's dive into that a little bit. Being negative isn't all bad. When you think about it, at the moment, from our thoughts and things that we have in our subconscious minds, it's about 80-20, 80% negative, 20% positive. Ballpark figures, it's not exact, but it's around about that. What we should be aiming to do, and what would be better to have, would be the other way around, where it's 80% positive and 20% negative. So we still need that negative to maintain the balance. But the question is, how negative can we be? And I would say a little bit, but not over much. You don't want to live there. If you go too far over the other side and you end up 100% negative, then you're going to get into some very dark realms, and you don't want to go there. A little bit of negative now and again is okay. It's okay to let off steam, because this is why. If you try to be 100% positive every time, every single time, all that negativity that's coming in anyway is building up. And yes, you have the tools and tips and meditations and things like that to actually deal with that negativity in a better way. But some of it is still there, and it just mounts up, mounts up, mounts up, mounts up, and eventually just explodes. And you're going to have an outburst anyway. And that's okay, if you do it under control. And this is most important, as long as you're not doing any harm to either yourself or anyone else. And that's either verbally, mentally, physically, whatever. Just to let off steam a little bit is okay. It's okay to break a cup, or to get angry, have an angry outburst. It's okay to scream and rage for a little bit. It's okay to be down, to feel blue, to grieve. That's all okay. I get down. I'm probably one of the most positive minded people that I know. Would be, because it's me. But people say that about me as well. I'm very positive. But I still have my moments when I have maybe a few hours, a day, a couple of days when I'm not feeling so great and I get down. Is that being human perhaps? Because we are all like that. We live in a very negative environment anyway, because of all the influence and everything like that. And there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety and things out there. We just need to know how to handle it in a good way, in a better way, so that it's not overcoming us. So to let off steam is a good idea. much better than bottling it all up. Because if you're 100% positive all the time, you know, I've done this in the past as well, where I've tried to be not so much Pollyanna type positive, but you know, I've been optimistic, positive all the time, bang, 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 and eventually it just explodes. You just can't take anymore because all the other negativity is building up, as I said, and you just need to release that in some way. And you can do that with a silent scream of rage, kind of thing, you know. You can do that. You can do that by playing perhaps a video game, you know, war game or something like that. You know, for those who like to do that, go to a gym, punch a punch bag rather than a wall. Don't do what I do. Don't wreck your laptops or your keyboards, as I've done in the past in a fit of rage. You don't want to do that. No, it's letting it off in a controlled way. But you know, it can also be spontaneous, but just in a way that's not going to do any harm. And it can be a few seconds, like I say. It could be a few moments, an hour or two, whatever, and then you just carry on, leave that behind and carry on. Well, I've had times when, you know, especially with using law of attraction, this is a good example. Let's say, you know, in my case, I was focusing on getting a new career. I was using the law of attraction techniques to attract my ideal career. And as a result of that, I was getting lots of opportunities coming in. And this would be the same for you as well. Getting lots of opportunities coming in, and I see one that's, oh yeah, that really attracts me, and I apply for it, and I get through to the interview and everything, and I'm saying, oh yeah, is this the one? Is this the one? And I'm getting a message, yes, this is the one. And then I don't get the job. I get angry, I get frustrated, and I rant and rave at God, Jehovah, Source, my inner team. I rant and rave, why have you let this happen to me? This was supposed to be the one. Then I calm down. And then a new opportunity comes along that's even better. Something totally out of the blue. The first one was getting you prepared. Or getting me prepared in this instance. That, yes, there's something great coming, but it's not this opportunity. It's the one behind it. And I'm now in a career, just started actually this week, where I know I'm going to really enjoy it. It's even better than what I would have been doing before, because if I'd have taken the previous job, if it had been successful, I would have been back into a situation that I've been in before. Maybe in 6 months to a year, I perhaps wouldn't have stayed there that long. I don't know, it could well have been that way. But now, I'm in a much better situation, and that's how it can happen. But it's okay to let off that frustration, because sometimes we do it basically out of ignorance. We don't know what's coming our way, and we wonder why things are happening, you know. And it's okay to let off that steam. As Michael Lozier said, as I mentioned before, it's okay to be negative briefly, but it's up to you how long briefly is going to be. There's no ballpark figure for that. If you're grieving, for example, that could take several years, but at the end of that time, it's up to you to come out of that. If it's an instance like I just mentioned, where it's a rage, it could just be a couple of minutes, a rant and a rave, and then if you're feeling a bit down, and I've done this as well, have a good cry. You know, watch something that gets you emotionally, have a cry, because that releases all the tension as well. Watch something happy, funny films, cartoons, Charlie Chaplin, Mr. Bean, have a good laugh. That releases all that built up tension as well. So there's several ways of dealing with it. You meditate. I do that all the time. You know, I have my morning meditation routine. Other times in the day sometimes, you know, if I need extra. But it is okay to be negative, but you don't want to live there. You don't want to stay there. So go out there. If you feel a bit iffy, deal with it in a positive way. But if you feel the need to let off that steam, And like I said, as long as you're not harming anyone or yourself in any way, shape or form, you're just letting that steam off, go out and do it. You will feel a heck of a lot better. That's it for this time. If you like this video, please subscribe and ding the bell and share on your socials and all the rest of that. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thank you.